Hello, Deep Leap. Hello, San Francisco. How are you? A dispatch from the Uncanny Valley. When my doctor returned to the room, he had a pained look on his face. "I'm sorry, Mr. Wright," he said, which are four words that I have learned you never want to hear coming out of your doctor's mouth. "But your scans have come back to reveal some—" He paused for effect. "Surprising and possibly unfortunate news." "What is it, doctor?" He gave me that look again, like I was hiding something from him, like I was a liar or a crook. Like the only reason he couldn't help me was because I wasn't being honest. Not that he simply wasn't smart enough to figure it out on his own. Like the fault couldn't possibly be his for being human. After all, the facts were all there now, in plain sight. And all he had to do was look. But then what? "Are you absolutely sure you've never had surgery before?" Well, that was a loaded question. "Yes," I said, and I wasn't lying. But I could tell that he didn't believe me. Now, and he paused again. Now, it was his turn to be hiding something. "Could you describe to me your pain again?" As he said this, he held up my scans to the light and he squinted. And I could guess what he was looking at. My hands became clammy. I was running out of options. The door opened up again. The RN, Joyce, was that her name? Came in. She whispered into his ear and he nodded. "It's not pain," I said. "It's tingling. Like when your arm has been asleep for a very long time, but now it's coming back to life. Only all the time. It feels heavy. I couldn't pick up the telephone the other day." "Uh-huh," he sighed. Then he sat down on his little spinning stool and he took off his glasses and he looked at me and he said, "Look, Mr. Wright, I know you're not telling me the whole truth." Started to get hard to breathe. And I swallowed. And he said, "You have obviously had some kind of surgery in the past. You have metal in nearly every bone in your body. Now, I can't help you. I can't help you unless you start being honest with me. What is it that you won't tell me?" I was trying really hard not to hyperventilate. This was it. I had to do something. It couldn't be avoided. Joyce or Jill or Joan. She put her hand on my shoulder and she spoke out of the back of her throat. And she said, "It's okay, son. try to relax. And she looked from me to him, and they exchanged a knowing glance. And that was when I fried them both with my laser vision.